Texas Railfan 2008. Here is a Western Railroad Supply Company crossing bell that I recently received. It's in fairly good shape. I'll show the back in a second. The base only has very minor, well, not necessarily minor, but it does have some damage right here. It's got a break going the length of the base that's been welded back together. That does cause the bell to sit a little bit crooked, but it's nothing that I can't replace or possibly fix better. There's the WRRS logo. It does have a broken latch on it, but that's also fixable. There's unfortunately no paper diagram. And then here's the inside of the bell. You can see it's in very good shape. There's the coils. Both coils are good. Neither one of them are stuck on their cores, so that's also good. There's the porcelain terminal block that's all intact. Resistor, contacts that hardly look used at all. And then there's the terminal block for the coils. As you can see, it does have a very nice sound to it. The mechanism is all freed up. This should be a pretty easy restoration. Should be quite fun, in my opinion. So I guess we'll get started with the disassembly. Okay, so here is the rain shield and gong removed. As you can see, the hammer is also in pretty good shape. None of the bolts gave me any trouble, which is also really good. And the rain shield and gong are both in basically perfect shape. Rain shield does not have any cracks in it. Just a standard Western Railroad Supply Company bell. Nothing special about it. So we'll continue with the disassembly. Okay, here's some of the wiring removed. One thing I've noticed is there's two separate types of wiring in this bell. There's wiring with plastic base insulation, which just basically crumbles anytime you bend it. So this wire will need to be replaced. And then there's the cloth wire, which does not crumble at all, and this will be able to be reused. So, I've taken this wire out. Now I'm going to take this armature out right here, which will then free up this assembly, and I'll be able to take the hammer out. Then I'll be able to start undoing the rest of these wires. I'll be able to take out the resistor, the contact assembly here. The terminal block, as you can see, is already disconnected, so that's ready to be taken out. Then I can take the magnets out. Alrighty, now I've gotten all the wiring disconnected. I've gotten this center armature out. And now I can take essentially I can take this top half that consists of this module out of the bell, which will allow the striker assembly to come off. Then I can further disassemble it. I can take the coils out and the rest of the internals. Okay, now that the cover plate is removed, it's in two pieces on either side of there. This is now loose, and I've taken the screws out already for the inside here. So this assembly can now just come right out with a little finesse. There we go. And the hammer assembly can and should come right off of there. As you can see, it just needs a little encouragement. Okay, now that the hammer assembly is completely disassembled, I can now remove these final 3 screws down here to remove the coils from the housing. Alright, the coil bracket is removed. There's the bracket. Here's the 2 cores that would go in the bracket like that, and they're held on by nuts. So they would just go in the bracket like that, and the coils would sit on those. And there's pins in the top of the brackets for the coils to, so the coils don't come out, rather. So now this is basically completely disassembled minus the oil plug in the base. So once I do that, I'm probably going to do electrolysis on this. That would probably be the best way to do a good deep cleaning on it. And there we have it. So there's the base removed, and upon further inspection, it looks like it's actually broken there and there. and somebody has welded it. The welds don't look brand new either, so I'm curious who did that. This came off the Rock Island, so this could have been something done by their signal shop. I'm not sure. Okay, so here's all the iron hardware in a cup with a string attached to it that I'm going to put in this 5-gallon bucket of WRRS, a heavy-duty rust remover. You just put it in there, and I usually leave it for a day or two to really get the job done. So, just basically take it and drop it right in there. Let it fill up. I've poked holes in the cup so it'll fill up. And there we have it. So I'll just let that sit for a couple days. And I've already dropped the string in there. Oops. Oh well. I'll let that sit for a couple days. And hopefully they should come out looking brand new. That concludes part 1 of the restoration series of this WRRS crossing bell. This is Texas Railfan 2008. Bye.